Hey Joe fans, excuse me. This is an unplanned, well, semi-planned live stream. Excuse me, sorry. So I didn't know what was going to be revealed today at Hasbro Pulse Con. Today was Hasbro Pulse Con. Excuse me, sorry guys. Today was Hasbro Pulse Con, Hasbro's virtual convention over Friday and Saturday. And today, Saturday, was the G.I. Joe portion of it. And so I wasn't sure what reveals were going to take place in the middle of the week. Hey, Mike, thanks for tuning in. Just going over quickly what happened today for Hasbro Pulse Con. So the what's his name? Snake Supreme Cobra Commander exclusive went up for pre-order yesterday, and premium members the day before, I believe. And so that went off okay, I guess. I had a little trouble at the beginning, but I did manage to order that. And then today they had their reveals. So at the beginning of this video, I just want to go over, just briefly touch on what today with ordering stuff. I was not surprised with the little fiasco with Target. Again, I wasn't pleased when they were doing the reveals and they said that some of them would be Target exclusive, because I was anticipating the same thing to happen again, which it did. That happened for the original Cobra Island exclusives. So I went into the pre-orders today kind of expecting not to get anything. So my expectations were low. I went over to Walmart's website and was able to order the retro stuff from there. And Big Bad Toy Store actually had the Infantry Trooper after I missed it from Target. I think most people missed it from Target. So yeah, I'm happy that I walked away with being able to order something, or actually most of the stuff that was up for pre-order, which we're going to look at. In case you guys, for some reason, in case you didn't see the reveals today, I'm going to go through them all tonight. Hey, Classic Action Figures. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Impossible Pie, good evening, sir, or madam. I'm sorry, I assumed it was a sir, but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, cool. Thanks. I think I got this for a gift, and I think they got it on Amazon. So if you look on Amazon, I think you can find this shirt, and it says on the bottom, it says fighting G.I. Joe since 1982. So it's a cool shirt. I like it. Impossible Pie. I'm a man, baby. All right, good to know. Okay, I just want to cover my bases, because it's hard for me to tell here what your is. So I'm using StreamYard. I used it for the first time the other day with Michael Murphy when he was on the channel with me. So I've got the preview images lined up, and it was using this, I was able to get everything together a lot quicker than the other program. It doesn't look as nice, I don't think. And I'm assuming you guys can see and hear me since we've had a little convo already. So, hey, Vince. So let me go over, let's go right into it, because I want to wrap this up by at least by 10 at the latest, okay? So let's see. No, that's not what I want. That's too small. Here we go. So hopefully you guys should be seeing the images. I don't like that I've got the smaller ones, the thumbnails on the left, but there's not really anything I can do about that right now. So just focus on the big image there on the right. So these are kind of out of order. I mean, I've got them grouped together, but they're kind of out of order compared with how they were revealed today at Hasbro Pulse Con. So, all right. So the first one, I was actually surprised at this. I was not expecting to see another vehicle right now released for the retro line, but they did reveal this. This is Fang with, I forget who they said is the pilot, but he did say that this is a brand new sculpt. That's what he said. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what he said. So, all right, hold on. Let me go over. So, guys, just FYI, when I'm going through these, I'm not going to be able to see what you're saying in the chat because the window I have to use is covering up where the chat is. So just FYI, sorry if I miss what you're saying. But yeah, so that's kind of the wide shot there. Comes with like 2 smaller missiles and the big bomb and the figure. And I think it's looking pretty good. There's some engine detail there. Here it is with the explosion background, and then here it is with the figure. Is without the figure, with the figure. And it looks like the back has that peg that goes into the figure's back to hold them in place. And here's a closer look. Maybe you guys know in the chat what the name of this guy is. I forgot off the top of my head. Classic action figure. I don't have any grapes, so otherwise that's what I would be drinking. All right. I need to get a second monitor, really is my problem here. Oh, that would make this a lot easier. But I'm liking this sculpt. I'm not sure about the helmet, the red helmet there. I don't know. Again, so I've said this before when I've gone over reveals. You got to kind of take the reveals with a little bit of maybe a little pinch of salt, because sometimes when you get figures in hand, they could be better or they could be worse than what the preview image says. So there we go. So that helmet is removable, and it looks like he has some brown hair, which is unusual for a figure like this to have something, an identifying mark. You would think that his whole head would be covered, but it looks like he has some brown hair there, and I'm wondering how well that helmet is going to fit on his head, if it's going to be loose or if it's going to be, a tight fit. And is that black icon there on the front of the helmet? Is that an officer's symbol there or not? Maybe I'm mistaken. But he's in Cobra blue with some dashes of red and black. I think he's looking good. I like that face mask. Very Star-Lordy, if you catch that reference. Here's a look at the packaging. Awesome. Love the packaging. Cobra Fang. And ages 4 and up. Here's another side look with the figure in there. I think it's looking really good. Love the packaging. This is another contender for buying and leaving in the box. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I would imagine some of you are. And here is the back of the box. We have the file card. So, excuse me, if you saw my Retro Snake Eyes review that I just released yesterday, it looks like these retro file cards that are in the retro line for the figures, they're a lot less detailed. It looks like they have a lot of text on them, but it's really just a few lines of English at the top, and then 1, 2, 4, looks like 4 other languages below that saying the same thing. So I'm not a big fan of that, but that's what it is. And wait, hold on a second. Let me go back up here for a second. Sorry, guys. Let me go back up because I want to just double check something here. Okay. Just want to make sure. I thought maybe something looked different, but okay. So it looks like it's all black. It was the artwork here. So the artwork was a couple of spots that look gray on the artwork, but then the product on the back looks all black. And the engine detail looks like it might be just a shade darker in the photo than what it might actually be. And the blades, I think, are a lighter gray than what they might appear in this image from the back of the package. Next, we have Destro. This Destro, I think it's basically the same Destro we got in the 50th anniversary. I didn't get him. I missed out on him, unfortunately. So I'm actually looking forward to being able to pick this guy up. And sorry, I'm moving stuff around here on my desk to make it easier for me to go through the slides here. All right. So at first, I was not a big fan of this Destro's head sculpt because I'm used to the regular non-angular sculpt. But I'm warming up to it. It does look more like the vintage card art, and which I didn't think of at the time. But as you can see, he's very, I mean, he looks just like the Destro we know. He's got the high red collar, necklace with the red jewel, huge briefcase with some weapons. I think he's looking great. I'm actually looking forward to getting this figure. And if you didn't get him before, I recommend trying to get him if you can. I'm not sure if it's sold out yet or not. These are Walmart exclusives. These 1/18th scale figures are Walmart exclusives. I've seen Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from Wave 1 at my local Walmart, but that's it. Haven't seen the Baroness yet. And see, here he is, just like the card art, vintage card art. And here he is on the package. See the card art? He's got the angular face. And yeah, the card art matches the figure. So there you go. And look, you can really tell how big that briefcase is. It's the width of the bubble. But I don't see, it doesn't look like it has any markings like Cobra or Mars Industries on it. It looks like it's just a plain briefcase. So that was Destro. Let me go see if you guys have anything to say here in the chat. Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that. So Mike has something. Missed the old chrome Destro look. I doubt we're ever going to see any heavy use of the vac metal. Again, I think from what I've heard, it's a costly thing to do, and it's not. And as we can see, everybody's trying to cut costs. It's not just Hasbro, but Hasbro's trying to cut costs, and I don't think we're going to see the vac metal anytime soon, if again. So I would maybe not. Don't hang your hat on seeing the shiny vac metal. I would love to see. Well, I'll get to that. I'll get to that a little later. JLS Comics says he hasn't seen any on the pegs yet. Yeah, I only saw a few. And Impossible Pie, you're right. It's basically the same figure from the 50th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have that figure, so I can't say for sure, but I believe that's what it is. And it looks like, so, all right, so from Classic Action Figures says this entire line, the ones that they've previewed today, is still available at Walmart's website. So if you guys are interested, head over to walmart.com and pre-order these, because that's really the way to go now, guys, because there's no guarantee you're going to see it in the stores, at least in my experience, based on the last 6 months. Yeah. So, all right, let's go on to some classified stuff here. That was retro. Now let's head into classified. This is Firefly. This is a G.I. Joe classified 6-inch reveal, Target exclusive. I wasn't able to order this guy. And he's got, you notice he has the familiar gray camo, dark and light gray camo, but some interesting choices here for some, looks like some body armor he's got over his torso and his shoulder, and some nice looking accessories. Here he is in the package. So I thought we were done with seeing the Cobra Island subline, but we're not. They're continuing on with the tradition of making figures that are very hard to come by. But he is really loaded out. A lot of accessories with this guy. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of the artwork because it's so dark. I'm sure I would like it better if it was lighter and we could see more of the details. But really, you're seeing sort of his face, the goggles, the Cobra logo, and that's it. Almost everything else is blacked out. Here's a look at the side. And here he is. I love the preview shots, in the environment shots that Hasbro put together for this classified line. They're all great. They remind me of, the vintage catalog photos. So I think he's looking really good. I'm not sure if the armor stuff here is removable or not. I don't think they said that. Here he is. He's kind of peeking over the rock at Roadblock, Cobra Island Roadblock. And I'm pretty sure, those goggles are removable. Let's go back. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, the goggles are removable. He's not wearing them in the package. So there he is with the goggles. Looks like he's got a great head sculpt. And here he is with 2 Cobra Vipers, which we'll get a better look at in a minute. And here's a better look at his backpack. The dynamite there is on the bottom. I think that's removable, but it looks like some really nice detail. On the top is a drone that he comes with, which I think is a really nice addition. And it looks like he's got a tablet there or a device. The drone is carrying the dynamite. So Firefly doesn't have to run out and put the dynamite down anymore. He just sends the drone, which is very modern update to it. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, the big sort of shoulder armor piece over his right shoulder. Just based on these images, I could love it if I get it in hand. I don't know. I'll let you guys know when and if that happens. Here's another nice shot. This looks very like, come and get me. Looks like a lot of detail on this sculpt. And looking a little bit sort of maybe inspired by Renegades, G.I. Joe Renegades, the Firefly from that a little bit. And here's another closer shot of him with the drone. Looks like he has the same articulation. And I think one of the guys on the con today said that the armor that like on the bottom there is a little bit softer, so you're not going to run into issues with mobility there. I think that's what he said. So that's Firefly. Let's keep going with classified. Here is the infantry. Basically, from what I can tell, same figure as the trooper. I'm not sure what the difference is. The main difference I can see is that he does not include the goggles that the trooper has, and doesn't have the armband that the trooper had. Here he is in the package. And you'll notice the artwork is different. So the artwork on the front of the so this is not a Cobra Island exclusive, even though I think it's, I don't know if it's technically supposed to be or not. That part was a little fuzzy today on the con about what was and what wasn't exclusive and where and all that. But you notice this artwork for the trooper had the goggles over the eyes, and this one you can see his eyes like on the figure. So that, to me, that's the main difference I can see. Nice red Cobra logo there on the chest. And was there another side shot where you can see where they adjusted the artwork. So I have yet to get a trooper. This guy looks awesome. I was able to order some of the infantry figures from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not sure if they're still available there. If you're interested, I would go there and check. Everywhere else they were sold out, but I was able to snag a few from Big Bad Toy Store. And let's move back into the retro line with Roadblock. This one, maybe not the most anticipated of the bunch. Hold on. Wait, I think we've got some activity in the chat. All right, hold on. So, sorry guys, I meant to do this before. So Classic Action Figure says the trooper looks great. Infantry, I think you mean to say. It's a little confusing because it's the same thing. I think they should have come up with a different name. So Trooper was the other one. The new one is Infantry. He says Trooper looks great. Glad he's got a wider release. Well, maybe not so much of a wider release. And Impossible Pie says he was able to order the Trooper and Zartan on a Canadian website. Wow. Yeah, I think some of the international fans have been out of luck a lot recently because I don't think Hasbro Pulse was shipping overseas. So you've had to kind of scrounge around to find exactly where to go. And J. Vixray says, he's talking about Firefly, he says the body armor looks too bulky. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe not. That's one of the things I have to really see on him. And Impossible Pie says no Zach Morris phone. Yeah, it looks like they forewent the phone and gave him like a tablet. I don't see a phone. I did not see a phone anywhere in the preview images. So, and hello from America. Hey, Kelson, thanks for tuning in from Brazil. Shout outs to everybody from wherever you are. If you're not in America, let me know in the comments. I'm always interested to see where people tune in from. Oh, and guys, JLS Comics says Infantry and Zartan are still available to pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. So head over there. If you were not able to order those guys, they are still available, according to JLS Comics. So, all right. Possible Pie is in Canada. All right. Oh, Canada. And hello to Ilias Angeli. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a little late here. So, hey, man. Thanks for love that icon you have for your avatar there. All right. So let's go back to the images here. We were on retro roadblock. So this one, I think out of the 3 retro single carded figures in the next wave, this one may be the least anticipated, at least I think so. He's looking good. I think where's the one? He looks, hold on. He looks a lot like this one that I believe this was Resolute. Let me switch here. So it looks very similar to this version, which I picked up not too long ago. Head sculpt is different. I don't remember if they said if this is a new head sculpt or not. It looks like it to me. I don't remember where, but he's looking good. Looks instantly recognizable as Roadblock. He comes with some great accessories there. I think a lot of you will be happy that he comes with some real guns instead of the classified guns that we've seen. So we should get no complaining there, I think. He looks great loaded out. And I will say this card art doesn't exactly match because he doesn't have just a plain camo tank top. He does have the vest with the pouches and all that. Other than that, great job matching the character to the figure. So so far, and I failed to mention this in my Snake Eyes video I just did, that Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, the card art does not match the figure inside, which is a kind of an obvious miss on Hasbro's part. Other than that, the other figures, Baroness, and then the ones we've looked at tonight, all seem to match. So, and then the last single carded figure. Is this the last single carded figure? I think so. Scarlet. I'm looking forward to Scarlet. Scarlet does not get a ton of, not a ton of figures. I think the most we got of her at one time was at the with the Rise of Cobra line. But this one, and at that time we didn't really get a vintage style figure. But this one, very OG inspired, obviously looks like the original vintage Scarlet. I like that she comes with this little web gear there. They didn't have her in that, so I don't know what she's going to look like or how it fits on her, if it's too loose or whatever. But I like that we have the option of putting that on. But I think she's looking good. This image during the con, it looks good. But then when I have it little here, it looks a little bit like she might be a little cross-eyed there. So I'm hoping that's not the case. That's one of the downsides with ordering online and not seeing it in the store is you don't know what it's gonna, if you're gonna get solid paint apps or not. I think so far, with what I've gotten this year from Hasbro, everything has been good as far as paint apps go. So I'm hoping that that's not the case. But here's another nice shot. She looks better there. Maybe it's just how the light's hitting it or something. But I think the figure's looking good. And this is another thing. I don't like to show leaked images on my channel because, one, they're not official. Two, the quality usually is poor and you can't make out a lot of the good details on it. So these images were leaked a few days ago. Not these images, but in-hand images from somewhere, China or wherever they got them. And the figure didn't look great. I think these images look better. The other leaked images, she looked like her legs were kind of baggy, but these look a lot better in my opinion. And then here she is in the package. Classic vintage artwork there. And she's got a loadout. I'm not sure why they are changing the color behind the bubble for some of the figures. So Scarlet is red. Snake Eyes was yellow. I'm not sure what Destro was. I don't want to go back to see, but yeah, I'm not sure what the thinking there is. And the other thing is, if you didn't see my Snake Eyes video, for this retro line, they kept the red, white, and blue, which I was a little surprised at. I thought we were done with seeing the red, white, and blue in the logo. So that's point in the positive side, I guess, for the retro fans. Let me head over to the chat real quick just to see. All right, hold on. Elias says there hasn't been one good Scarlet figure in the past, even in the classified line. So you're not a fan of classified Scarlet. And then we have Ionic Scarlet head sculpt is nice. If you guys listen to or watch the What's on Joe Mind podcast / YouTube channel, Mark Weber is on there. I like Mark. He was the brand manager at one time for G.I. Joe, and he talks about how he's not a fan of red-haired characters getting a solid bright red when that's usually it's a little more complex than that, a little more going on than just fire engine red. So that's another thing. We can't, you really have to see it in person to really understand 100% what the figure is going to be like. Oh, and Action Figure Expert says I don't know if this is confirmed or not. He says with Roadblock, the vest is removable and he has the tank top underneath. So that would be cool if it is. Oh, and Alias says Scarlet is a must. I purchased 2. Awesome. And going down here. Oh, and here's something JLS brings up. I prefer the name placement above the figure, not where it is on this card art. So I got this comment before. So the name of the character is in the top left, right below the G.I. Joe logo. You guys might be able to see it there, Scarlet. In the vintage card, it would have been right above the bubble, but now the bubble is ginormous because I believe so you see the accessories used to be kind of hidden. The figure was the main focus. Well, now the accessories have been given more of the spotlight in the bubble. I think, and I've heard others say this, they're trying to show you that you're getting a bunch of stuff in here that maybe it will entice people to spend the money that they're charging that otherwise wouldn't. That's my guess. So there's not really a good place around there to put the name. I don't think there's really enough space there between the bubble and the logo, so that's why it's there on the side. So Dean says, bring back the O-ring, Hasbro. I'm not sure if we're going to see the O-ring again, guys. I don't know. I feel like if we were going to see the O-ring again, this retro line would have been it, but it's not. So sorry, guys. Eric says, can we get these as a non-exclusive where we can buy them outside of Walmart? Right now, you can't buy them anywhere except Walmart. Once they start selling them and are available, they'll probably show up on eBay, but I don't know how much they're going to cost. So it's up to you whether you want to wait. So I think they're still available on Walmart's website. If I were you, I would just go ahead and buy them online if possible, if you're able to do that. It will save you a headache of trying to hunt them down in person, because we all know distribution at the retail store level is not great. All right, guys, let's go back to, let's continue on. Let's see, let me hit this one real quick. Is the Fang 1/18th or 1/12th? It's 1/18th scale. The Fang is a part of the Retro series available at Walmart exclusive. So they did not reveal any vehicles for the classified line today. Okay. JLS looks like he's got some info here. Figures are $12.93 each on Walmart's website, and the Fang is $24.99. And let me get back here. What else do we have next? All right. Here is classified. I think this might be our last classified figure. Classified Viper. I was very surprised to see the Viper revealed, because I thought we would be seeing an Alley Viper before we saw a regular Viper, because Alley Viper was featured in the artwork that we've seen in the classified line up until now. You know, the nice shot with all the figures. Hold on, I've got it here. Give me 1 second, and let me see if I can show you guys. Here, let me bring this up, because so right here, there's a group of Alley Vipers. So a lot of people, me included, thought that we would be seeing Alley Vipers sooner than later, but possibly before a regular Viper. But I was wrong. Here he is, regular Viper. Unfortunately, a Target exclusive and sold out everywhere. I was not able to order any, but I think he's looking pretty good. He's got the classic red and blue color scheme going on. They did a little redesign of the helmet, and the helmet, I think, kind of resembles the Cobra Commander helmet that we've seen on the classified line. So that kind of makes sense. And he comes with the goggles that the vintage figure had, the goggles over the helmet. And he comes with a bandana that they said on the con today that would denote rank. To me, I don't know if that's something that I would prefer to have seen what they did with the Trooper and have like a colored armband, something, I don't know, a little more. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like the bandana denoting rank idea, but that's what he comes with. It is removable. You don't have to use it, but you can. Backpack, gun, and I believe this is the figure that they said has some holes on the back that you can plug his weapons in. Now, so they said that, but then I think when he was turning the weapon over, I think there was a plug sticking out of the side of the gun, which I'm not sure if I like or not. Now that plug would be able to stick into the back of the figure, much like here. This is the 1/18th scale roadblock figure I had up a second ago. But you'll notice this has this part sticking out, and that's for him to hold it, which makes sense. But I don't know if this Viper gun, if it's going to make sense on that weapon or not. So that's something I'll have to wait. If I see it in person, I will have to let you guys know what I think about that. But that did catch my attention. And here he is in the package. and I really like that artwork. I think that's really cool. Very comic booky, highly detailed illustration there. I really like it. Cobra Island branding. It's a mystery to me why they are making these army builders these exclusives. I don't understand that. I'm not a huge fan of it. I think, I guess they're making their money. They're selling out. So I guess they're happy they're making the money, but they're making a lot of fans unhappy by not being able to buy them. So myself included, at least for the Viper. Fortunately, I was able to get the infantry, but so the Viper, and then you've got a bunch there on the side of the packaging. And I love this shot. He's got the mag. And there was something that the designer said today about possibly, he mentioned it real fast and then he moved on. And I would have loved to have asked him more about it, but he mentioned about possible blast effects. So I think some of the weapons that some of these figures come with have holes in the in the muzzle of the gun, which will accommodate blast effects that they will be issuing with figures in the future. So none of the ones that we saw today have blast effects, but from what he said, it sounds like they will. If you guys are fans of Transformers, for a little while now, Transformers have been coming with some blast effects that go into the weapons. They look really cool. Trying to think if there's any. I think Marvel Legends might be doing that as well. So I think across the board, that's something that a lot of people are doing. I think Bobby Vala is doing that with his Valaverse figures as well. So it's a little shame that we didn't get it here, but in the future, I guess we will. And here's a nice shot with two of them together. Great army builder. Too bad not many of us will be able to have an army of them. Army of one. So here you go. This is what most of our armies of Vipers will look like. Just one figure. Sad to say. Let me head over to the chat here just to see. We got a good group tonight. This is one of my higher viewed streams, unannounced too. But I wanted to make sure that I came on tonight while all this stuff was fresh. Eric says his goal is to try to get some of the Cobra Vipers. Good luck, my friend. Good luck. If you know where they are, let me know. If some fell off a truck somewhere, let me know. And JLS has some good advice. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, the one you're watching right now. Hit that like button. And let me go scroll back up here to see what you guys, if I missed something here. I missed a lot. So I apologize, guys. I'm trying to. All right, so we're at 10 o'clock. I'm just going to quickly go through here. Package artwork for the Viper is dope. Pensive Melancholy said, I wonder how much Firefly will be at eBay. I haven't even gone to eBay to look on what these things are going for yet. Last time they were up on eBay the same day. I'm sure there's some already listed. And I watched the con today on the YouTube app on my TV, so I didn't see any of the comments. Last time I watched it, I watched the Fan First Friday on my phone, and just, man, some people are so just filled with rage that man, I'm glad that don't have to monitor those comments for Hasbro. That's man. And even some now, of course, none of you guys watching this would act that way. I feel like we're a little more proper, and we can express our dissatisfaction in a more grown-up way. But I watched one of the other Fan First Fridays. I forget which one. And there were G.I. Joe fans going on to some other brand complaining about how Hasbro was treating G.I. Joe. Yeah, I guess they have a lot of time, a lot of free time on their hands. Yeah, okay. So Classic Action Figure says the Joe fans weren't that bad, but the ones during Star Wars and the D&D panel were vicious. Oh man, it's bad. It can be pretty bad, right? Here, what does Steven says? Steven says the deciding factor will be if Target actually has the street date for Firefly Viper in the system this time, or if they'll be going out the door weeks ahead of time like before. That's a very good question, Steven. I thought of that too. So I believe, and it was kind of different for the figures were kind of all over the place. I think the street date is in January or March or I don't remember. I don't remember what the date is, but it'd be nice if Hasbro and Target had some communication about what the street date is for these, so people can know. All right, let's hit the last one because I got to wrap this up soon, guys. The last one is Zartan. The first one they showed, Zartan. I think this figure looks awesome. Very vintage inspired, very very close, very honoring the vintage design, but with some modern updates. Even like the backpack with the mask, with the thing with the facial hair and the creepy no pupil, no iris eyes on the mask. I think this figure looks fantastic. Here's another shot of him. Look at that face sculpt and the way the today at the con, I forgot his name, the sculptor, the 3D sculptor, the way he was describing the figure, he did a great job describing his character and all the thought that went into the sculpt. He's got the armor, he's got the bare midriff. You guys like seeing Zartan's stomach, so there it is. Look at the detail on the belt. Look at the belt buckle there. I can't really tell what it is with the angle, and it's a little small for me right now, but there's something there. And he said they wanted to put as much texture on the different materials on the figure as possible. So I don't know if you can see on his hood, there's texture on the top, on the side, the armor. It's got some ridges. His gauntlets, the gloves has some texture. A lot of detail that you're not going to get on a smaller scale. Here he is without the hood. So the hood is removable. So I'm not sure how well that hood's going to stay. If there's something in there that's going to kind of make it more stable so it's not wobbly, I would hope that's the case. But it is removable, and he has that bandana there on the bottom. It looks like the same bandana that the Viper comes with, just recolored. Great head sculpt. Love that head sculpt. And the backpack with what is hanging off that backpack? Is that like a little monkey hand? Or a human, like what is it's a human hand with a rabbit's foot or something. I don't know what the heck is that? I just noticed that now. It's kind of creepy. And here he is with the mask. And oh man, he looks kind of freaky there, doesn't he? But looks really good. And here he is with the backpack, with the mask. Some nice sculpting detail in the middle, in the backpack inside. Looks like it even has the same, the way the backpack has those two pegs on the top that opens and closes. And here's a nice shot. I like this with Zartan and a member of the infantry. They've captured Duke. Love this shot. I think it's awesome. All right, let me hit the chat one more time before we wrap it up here. What do you guys think of Zartan. Oh, Dave had. So that's a magic monkey paw. I think you're right. It's a magic monkey paw. Monkey paw. Steven, monkey paw. Am I the only one that Ionic? Monkey's paw to make wishes. All right, I must be out of the loop on that. I need to do some more research before I come on here and look like a moron, not knowing that that's obviously it's a monkey paw. I knew that. I was just testing you guys, and you guys passed. The few of you that said monkey paw. Impossible Pie. Zartan looks so much like the vintage figure. He does. He looks a lot like. It's interesting how some characters like the Red Ninja look way different. Well, they didn't really have a vintage Red Ninja, did they? Some characters look a lot different than the vintage, and then some really like Destro, Zartan. They really look close. Classic action figures. Zartan is the best of show, but yeah, we need the chameleon. Action figure expert. No color change. Pass. Just I think you were saying just kidding. Yeah. So this Zartan does not have a color changing gimmick. He's just a plain old action figure, and that's it. Although if you leave him out in the sun too long, he'll probably melt. He does have a melting gimmick if you want that. Oh, well, hold on here. 46 Zone says, per the Foosh site, he's supposed to change to blue in UV light. That's why I ordered it. Now, I don't remember them saying that today on the con. So if that's true, that's pretty cool. But I cannot confirm nor deny that. So if you guys want to head over to the Foosh site, a la 46 Zone, and check that out for yourselves, you can do that. But that's just, I mean, I was sold on the figure before that, but if that's true, that's another point for Zartan. JLS Comics says he's got a cool Assassin's Creed Mad Max look going on. Right about that. Hold on, wait. All right. Still getting used to this new program I'm using for my live streams here. So let me just see if there, maybe one or two more here. Eric said, I don't think we should panic on the Cobra Troopers and Vipers. Making more as a non-exclusive. Never know if the Cobra Island will hit other websites. I wish they would tell us, though. That would subside a lot of the panic or the angry or the animosity towards Hasbro if they said, well, in 2021, those Cobra Island figures will also be available on Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store or wherever, you know? Which is kind of what, if you know He-Man has been here. The He-Man Origins line has been a Walmart exclusive. And then I think the very end of this year and then going into 2021, they're making it available, I think, everywhere else. So if Hasbro was doing that with Cobra Island, that'd be awesome. Just let us know so that we're not freaking out. All right, and then Alias says the color changing gimmick is SDCC exclusive with Swapback. So I don't know. I don't know if any of this is true or not. This is what some of you guys saw this somewhere. So I don't know. You guys have to go look it up yourselves and see. All right, so yeah, Impossible Pie says, good point about the removable hood. Maybe it's like the Arctic Storm Shadow hood. And I thought about that and I looked. It looks like maybe they started with the same sculpt, but it's different. Like the Storm Shadow hood connects at the bottom. There's no texture on the top like this one has. It looks completely different, except it's a hood. I'm looking at it right now, and it looks different. So, all right, guys, I think that's going to do it for today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and checking out these new exclusives. I hope you were able to get something today, if you know, head over. There's a couple sites that might still have some stuff available. I would head over there and check them out if you haven't been able to see them or buy them. Stay tuned to this channel. I'll be reviewing. Next up is the retro Storm Shadow figure. Just did Snake Eyes. Next is Storm Shadow. So stay tuned for that. And I will be reviewing every G.I. Joe classified figure that I can find and get in my hands. So I still haven't got Baroness. My brother actually found the beachhead, and I'm waiting for him to ship it to me. Tom, if you're watching, I'm waiting, man. Where is it? So I haven't found Baroness, and I get still no troopers. So stay tuned on what you saw today and what I get. I will be looking at those two, but it looks like those won't be hitting us until next year. So that's a ways off. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.